Are you letting others write your life story? Are you letting others write your life story without even realizing it? Here's a wild stat for you. Did you know that 80% of people admit they regret life choices they have made just to please others? Yeah, 80%. So if you've ever felt stuck or powerless, you're definitely not alone. But here's the thing. What does it even mean to let someone else write your story? Well, it's those moments where you're living by someone else's rules, making decisions that don't feel like yours. And let me ask, who is really in charge of your life right now? If it's not you, that needs to change. Because the only person who should be writing your story is you. Today, we're talking about how to take back the pen and create the life that you want, not the one others expect of you. Here's the truth. You should be the one writing your own life story. And if you don't take control, someone else will. And the ending won't be what you want. But here's the good news. You have the power to do that. You have the power to do that right now. You don't have to keep feeling stuck, powerless, or like you're living by someone else's rules. Start today. You can rewrite your own story. Now, maybe you've been thinking, wow, that sounds great, but how do I know this is going to work for me? I have met and worked with many people over the years who were in that 80% group. People who regretted major life decisions because of outside influence. And honestly, even I was one of them. For years, I felt trapped in my marriage. I stayed because I was too afraid of what others would think. My family, my friends, even people I barely knew. I told myself, what if I'm making the wrong decision? What if I ruin my kids' lives? But deep down, I wasn't living my life. I was making choices to avoid judgment and to keep the peace. I was people pleasing, and it left me feeling powerless and miserable and unhappy in my marriage. When I finally realized that I was part of that 80%, that I was living my life for everyone else, I knew something had to change. It wasn't easy, but taking control and making decisions based on what I wanted and knew what was best for my family, it was the best thing I ever did. And trust me, if I can do it, if my clients can do it, you can too. Now, let's talk about how you can actually do this, how you can stop letting others write your life story and start living life on your own terms. Number one, get real with yourself. First, you've got to be brutally honest with yourself. Are you making choices based on what you want, or are you constantly trying to keep other people happy? I had to do the same thing. I had to sit down, ask myself the hard questions, and get clear on my own reality. Now it's your turn. Write out your story as it stands right now. What is your reality? No filters, no judgment, just the raw truth. Number two, decide what you want. This is a tricky part because you might be so used to living by other people's rules that you don't even know what you want anymore. But this is your life, and it's time to figure it out. I learned that clarity comes when you stop reacting to life and start creating it. So ask yourself, what's my dream? What makes me feel excited to wake up to in the morning? Take time to visualize this. Take time to be in solitude, to sit, to reflect, to think. This work takes time and it takes thinking. Number three, create a plan. Now that you know what you want, it's time to create a plan. Don't worry, you don't have to change everything all at once. Start small. When I began, I focused on building my financial independence, healing emotionally, and setting some boundaries. You could do the same, or you can do something different. Set goals for yourself and prioritize what is most important to you. What's most important for you to do today? What's most important for you to do this week? What's most important this month? What's most important this year? And then what's most important 5 years and 10 years from now? But you start today. What's most important right now? When you understand what your goals are and what you want, you can break them down into little steps that are doable, actionable, and then you move forward. What steps will make you proud when you look back at this time in your life? When you re-envision your future 10 years from now, and you know what you're moving towards, and you know how you want to transition through this challenging time in your life, how do you want to look back on that? Would you want to feel proud about how you handled yourself during this time? Number 4, set boundaries. People are going to push back when they see you making changes. They'll try to guilt you or tell you you're being selfish. But here's the thing. If you don't set boundaries, they will always overstep. I had to surround myself with people who supported my journey. And I had to distance myself from those who didn't. And you have to do the same. Build a support network that lifts you up and makes you feel good and supports you and makes you feel happy, not one that holds you back, not one that makes you feel sad or worried or angry. Number 5, let go of old stories. You are not the person you were 5 years ago or even last year. One of the most important lessons I learned was to let go of old stories and beliefs that were no longer serving me. So ask yourself, what's the story I keep telling myself? Is it, I'm not good enough? I can't do this alone? I'm not worthy of love? It's time to change that narrative because you're capable of more than you even realize right now. Something that helped me out is, if you can spot it, you got it. So what I always do when I'm struggling with something in my life is I look and I find someone who I admire, someone who's got what I want. And then I maybe read about them, work with them, listen to a podcast about them, and I learn how they got there. And I realize, boy, they've gone through lots of challenges too. So if you can spot it, you got it, means if you can see it in someone else, then you have it in yourself. So I always know when I'm working with the right person or reading the right book or listening to the right podcast about where I want to be, that I'm going to get there. Number 6, take action every day. It all comes down to action. Small, big, massive action that is consistent every day. I realized that transformation doesn't happen overnight. And it wasn't some big leap that changed my life. It was the daily commitment to taking steps forward. You can journal about your goals, practice gratitude, practice saying no to things that don't align with your values, practice writing your goals and implementing your goals in your life one day at a time. And one step each day will move you closer to the life that you want. And here's the bottom line. Life is too short to let others write your story. Life is too short to let anyone else write my story. We have the power to decide how our next chapter unfolds. I did it, my clients are doing it, and you can do it too. So stop letting others control your narrative. Pick up the pen, take control, and start creating the life you deserve. If you've ever doubted whether leaving your marriage is the right choice or fear the fallout of walking away, you could watch this video, The Hidden Cost of Staying in a Broken Marriage. I break down exactly why staying stuck in a broken relationship is doing more harm than you realize. It's time to stop questioning and start reclaiming your life. Step into your reality, decide what you want, create a plan to get there, block out the noise from others who don't agree, find people to work with that will support you during this time. This is your life. You've got this.